It's the last stream of the month. It's the last stream of September. The last one. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this. It's September, and it's the end of September. On this Monday evening. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us and choosing to spend the start of your week with Luce and I. She's just sat down. I'll unmute her in a minute, but she has to move that microphone and it will make awful noises. If when she starts talking, it starts crackling immediately, let me know so I can fix it straight away. Not like last week, we let it go for 20 minutes. Hello from Germany. Hello. How are you? How is Germany? Well, hello there.
Hello.
Tomorrow is spooky month. Tomorrow is spooky month. Tomorrow's fucking October already. Where is the year gone?
For me, it really hits home when it's November, because then everything's Christmas. And you
I feel like the weather in this country is monumentally like U-turned in the last 3 weeks.
I think we've got some kind of hurricane-type weather at the weekend.
This weekend coming?
Yeah, I think so.
I got to decide if I'm going to go and see Cooney for the Saints Arsenal game on Saturday or not. I almost, if it's going to be some sort of shit weather, almost definitely I'm not going to ride up there. Let me put it that way. Good evening, anyway. Welcome back to what is always been titled Great Hall Hobby Night, but at the moment there's not a lot of hobbying going on in Great Hall Hobby Night because I'm enjoying the Talking Head streams. And tonight, chat, we have something exciting to talk about. Something very excited to talk about, right? And what that exciting thing is, finally on Saturday, with this home cinema system on as loud as I could get away with before she tell me off, I got Luce to sit down and watch the first hour of Fellowship. She's agreed to watch the films if she can watch it in hour chunks. We sat down on Saturday and watched the first hour of Fellowship. Before we get into it, please make sure, if you haven't already, you smash all the magical YouTube buttons for us. The subs have started growing a little bit again recently. Not a lot, but a little bit. Enough for me to be slightly happier. So please hit that like button if you enjoy our content. Smash subscribe if you have not already. You can hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified whenever we go live or drop a new video. Alternatively, you become a member of the Great Hall, get yourself in Discord, hit the 40k reaction roll. That's for everything on the channel, including AOS. I should probably change it from 40k to something like Warhammer related, because we have 2 reaction rolls. We've got one for Warhammer and one for video games. And we did a stream on Vag today. A lot of people that are new in the last 6 months won't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because we literally haven't done that for 6 months. Much fun was had, ! Vag. Just now that will have got you to Weathertop. No, we got to the Inn at the Prancing Pony, Dave. I got the extended editions. Yeah, no spoilers for Luce. We have been introduced to the films. We've gone to Hobbiton. We've had Bilbo's party. He's left. Gandalf's gone off and done some reading. He's then come back to Frodo. They found the ring. They checked it's the right one. It's the right one. He's fucked Frodo off on his own as a hobbit with Sam. He's buggered off to see Saruman. Saruman's thrown him into the ceiling. Frodo and Sam, Merry and Pippin have turned up at the inn. We stopped as he's talking to the barkeep. Okay? It's important we don't go any further, because I want Luce to experience it for the first time all the way through.
Is he called Merry?
Meriadoc Brandybuck.
M-E-R-R-Y, Merry.
Merry is what they call him, yeah.
Okay.
Pippin and Merry, yeah.
Okay.
Pippin, his actual name is Peregrine Took, but Pippin is his nickname.
Okay.
We there? We good?
I still feel like there's an awful lot missing. The first hour felt patchy.
This has been fascinating for me, legitimately. So I figured whenever we actually get her, like, right, we're all geeks in chat, right? We're all geeks, and a lot of us love Lord of the Rings. And although we'll probably talk about Warhammer-based stuff tonight as well, I figured that when we get her to watch some of it, we could bring Luce in for a Luce Ring review.
Not the doorbell.
But I actually call it Luce Ring review. Like it's a loose ring or a loose ring or a ring. Like there's so many puns with your name.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. So Luce Ring review. We've watched the first hour.
Yeah, it felt patchy.
What do you mean patchy?
So, in the film, Merry and Pippin are shenanigan merchants. Fine. Don't really see that there's much of a friendship between them and Frodo. And then they're in someone's garden or something, stealing some carrots and sweet corn.
From Maddox Crop.
And then they're on this adventure, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of dialogue of, do you understand how dangerous this could be? Didn't really get the impression they were that close to go with Frodo and potentially risk their lives. It's just patchy.
So there is a degree. Yeah, right. There is a degree of.
Is this where they had to miss a ton of the book out?
Kind of. So they've tried to set the scenes in the book, right, a little bit. So the first time we're introduced properly to Merry and Pippin is at Bilbo's birthday, and they steal the fireworks, and that's how we get into the mischievous Merry and Pippin, right? That's how they set that scene immediately. Then the next time we really see them all together is when they're all drinking in the pub together and they're singing the song.
Yeah, that still doesn't cement a friendship for me, because how many of us have gotten pissed and then made a stranger friend and then we'll never see them again because we're all merry?
And then the next time we see them is when they bump into Frodo and Sam whilst they're leaving the Shire and they've been in the farmer's field robbing all the crops.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden...
And Sam says something like, you've been at Farmer Maggot's crop again, haven't you?
Yeah, but that could just be because there are a couple of mischief makers that they have a reputation. Doesn't mean that they really know each other. It's patchy. I think it's patchy. But I did really like how when Gandalf was in that room with the white one, Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Saruman the White.
Saruman the White. When he touched the...
Palantir. Fuck me.
And then he saw the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah.
I liked how the film... we could keep up with it.
Yeah.
Because some films do that, and as the audience, you're going, wait, what have I missed? Something happened and I missed it.
Lehman Russell, she's going to ruin Lord of the Rings.
I just didn't like the whole Merry and Pippin.
We've had a sort of a half discussion about this after the films, but I stopped because I was like, this is stream content. This is stream content right here. So I stopped. And but what I did say to you then as well is it might be, once we get through the films, if you can stomach it, the next thing is to go through the books.
I wonder,
because
yeah.
the point to get to Bree and the Inn of the Prancing Pony is it doesn't take an hour in the books. It takes a very long time. A very long time. And it properly establishes the friendship between the four and all sorts. They don't bump into each other the way they bump into each other in the films. But they can't, as I said to you as well already, there's no way they could translate those books into the films. And if you watch the behind-the-scenes stuff with Peter Jackson, he talks about the difficult decision about how much they had to pull out of those films so that it actually became something that was watchable in the cinema. And even you have still stated that they're too long each.
That's because I'm not interested in it. If it was a genre I was already interested in and hadn't seen it yet, then it could probably
I don't understand though, because you're really into Harry Potter.
I wasn't particularly
I'd suggest
into
the
Harry
genre
Potter.
isn't too
I liked the
different.
music score.
Even though it's worse than the Lord of the Rings music score.
Story time. I went out breakfast with a couple friends one time. The waitress we had was incredibly rude. When one of us was ordering, she asked what he wanted with his food, like hash browns or home fries.
That doesn't seem that rude. That seems like good waitressing service, the Lord of Cinder. I'm assuming this is just part one. I'm assuming there's more to come. Plus, Tom Bombadil is in the books. Tom Bombadil is in the books.
You said that he's... And I don't understand. If he seems to be a character that ties a few...
He looked at the menu and immediately she got an annoyed tone and said, "Don't look at the menu, look at me, and I don't go to your work and tell you how to do your job."
Just lost a tip there.
How's he telling her how to do her job by looking at the fucking menu? Was she dribbling or something? Was she quite not all there? How does that make sense? If you asked me as a waitress, would you like any of the sides, and I looked at the menu to see what sides there were, how am I telling you how to do your job?
You're not.
Yes, I'm looking at the options you've just asked me about.
Yeah.
That seems like an odd one. I guess this is a fallout from Friday night's
Yeah, the tipping.
tipping stream.
Ugh.
But super chats, just like tips chat. So you've got to decide if we're worth it for the last stream of the month. Oh, also, Dave B, by the way, as we got started, thank you for the gifted membership. I should update the tracker. Thank you so much for the one gifted. Star Pilot 94. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships as well. You are amazing, getting us over 10% of the way through already.
Is the 94 the year you were born?
No, I think she's younger than that.
Oh, God.
20...
Wait, 94,
One?
2004, 2014.
Star, what year were you born? Was it 2003 or 2004?
Oh, no.
Leaving Tom out was a good move for the films. I agree. I actually agree, and I love Tom as a character. Hated Tom in the books because he sings everything. See, Tom Bombadil is a character that... What's interesting is most Lord of the Rings book readers, and if you do go through the books, and like I said, I can give you the audiobooks, they will... most Lord of the Rings people like Tom Bombadil's a huge character in the books, and he is quite big early on in the first book. There's a lot about Tom Bombadil.
Right, so who is he then? If everyone in the Shire is kind of related, are they kind of related? Because they
Not
don't...
necessarily.
So who's Tom? What's his link? Is he the neighbour or...
No, Tom, no.
Is he a hobbit?
I kind of don't want to ruin it for you because Tom's amazing.
Tom's not in them at all, so you're not
No,
going
he's
to
not.
ruin
No,
it.
but I'll ruin the books because Tom's incredible.
Then why isn't he in the film?
Because he's not actually pivotal to the main story arc.
So Mrs. D, mark out of 10.
For the first hour. We'll see if this improves over time with the film. Thank you, Rubbercock, for the one gifted. You're a legend.
I'm going to say a 4.
A 4.
It's kind of a hard watch in places.
I almost
because
just threw my tea at you.
It feels patchy and bits, and then I end up focusing on why it doesn't make sense while the story's continuing.
Nobody really knows who Tom is. If you watch The Rings of Power, he's in the second season of that, and he started to explain who he is, sort of. So I've started watching Rings of Power. Who's the old guy with the Hobbit? Gandalf. Spoilers. Has anybody not watched Rings of Power who wants to watch Rings of Power? I haven't watched the last episode. Tank, thank you for 5 gifted, even with that shocking revelation that she gives it a 4.
There's room for improvement there, then, isn't there?
Young single YouTuber soon.
What, me?
You're not a YouTuber.
No, but I could be young and single. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Time for divorce. Quick, burn the heretic Luce. I know. I know. Luce can leave the stream now. No longer. That's it now. You've just crushed your own reputation.
Should I go?
You were one of the favourites.
Should I go?
You were the prodigal daughter, not son.
I'll go.
No, don't go.
No, don't go.
No, don't go.
No, don't go.
Tom is an enigma. He was put there to make people think about how trivial things are in life, and that's why he made him sing and make hard things simple. Yes. Yeah. I haven't watched the second season yet. Well, okay, I won't respond to Dave's question then, because I don't want to spoil things for those that haven't watched season 2 yet. Couldn't care less about Rings of Power. It's actually okay. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, it's actually okay. It's not... If you're a diehard Lord of the Rings fan, you might struggle with it. I probably took me 5 attempts to start the first season and actually then get through to the end of the first season. Probably. What about her mark for the intro with Sauron? Right at the start.
The trouble is, now, when was that film released?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
2002? Maybe? Have a look. Johan, thank you for the one gifted, man. What a legend. Fellowship. Lord of the Rings. 2001. I was close. 2001.
Okay, so since Lord of the Rings, we've then had 23 years of CGI and cinematography and blah. And now I'm watching it after things like, we mentioned it the other week, Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones, CGI like that.
That wasn't too far long after, though, about the same time.
I think there was a couple of years and Pirates came after.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
So now I'm watching it.
2003 was the first one.
Yeah, so now I'm watching it going, that's terrible.
Really?
The effects. Yeah, because I'm watching it now. If I'd have watched it in 2001, I'd probably have been blown away.
See, I watched it in 2001 in the cinema, I might add, when I was like, how old was I in 2001? Like, Jesus, 13 or something, I think. Not the extended editions because they hadn't been released yet. I watched Lord of the Rings in the cinema, and I think it was like 13 or something like that, 14, right?
Yeah.
And for me at that point, fucking incredible. Shortly afterwards, when I got my hands on the extended edition DVDs, and I've owned the extended edition DVDs, the extended edition Blu-rays, and the extended editions on Apple. I've bought them everywhere. And when I watched the behind the scenes stuff of how Peter Jackson did a lot of the forced perspective work to make Ian McKellen look significantly bigger than Elijah Wood.
There were some angles I couldn't get past the forced perspective.
I thought
It's like when TV programs have that car chase scene when they're really close to getting the bad guy and then they're miles away and then they're really close again. There were times that Gandalf put his head on Frodo's hand on Frodo's shoulder, and I was like, "That's a giant's hand. That is. That's not remotely what it was 2 seconds ago." Then the same camera angle as 2 seconds ago, and it's back to. I can't get past it. I just
Luke says audible gasps. Mr. John McConnell, thank you for 20 gifted memberships. 20 gifted.
Who was that, sorry?
Mr. John McConnell.
Oh, I already know his background. Okay, John. I hope for you. I'm trying to think of something.
You only get a loose hope if it's 20 or more on a weekday stream, by the way. Thank you so much for 20 gifted, man.
Let me go through the archives, see if he mentioned anything the last time he was here. There was just a throwaway comment, but I can build on.
Now, chat. Everyone can have an opinion, but we can also agree that Luce needs more time.
I hope for you, John, that the next time you're over, Liam's cooking will be just as good as last time.
Thank you.
It's good.
It's not just that it's good, it's that John super chatted on the Titan stream that I made dinner, and Adrian and Bridger told everyone, fuck off. No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Bridger even claimed that you'd cooked it, and I'd asked you to allow me to serve it up and pretend that I made it.
No, John watched the whole thing.
Oh, it was the same kitchen, same fucking room.
He saw the whole thing.
Ours is a kitchen diner.
The butt cheeks coming out the back of the pinny, the whole thing.
Yeah,
he saw the whole thing.
You've got to cook naked, right?
Obviously.
You don't want to get fat in your clothes.
It doesn't come out in the wash.
You have to leave just your apron.
That's it.
Nothing else. Stop her now. Yeah, Liam and Lucio. Hey, Eric, how's it going, dude? Knew you shouldn't make her watch it. Right, okay, controversy here. Mild controversy. Having been a person who's consumed the books, the first hour being patchy, I don't disagree with.
Oh, good. Okay.
So I think you're being a bit harsh on the special effects of 2001, to be honest with you, especially when you now consider that it's 23 years ago that came out. That's huge. It's a lot of time. I think
to defend myself, I don't watch fantasy stuff.
No.
So
I think the special effects and how they did big versus small for the hobbits and for Gandalf, and later on you'll see the same with the dwarves, was fucking fantastic. I think it's really, really clever. And now I've seen how it was made, I think it's even more clever than when I first watched it, because it's phenomenal what they've done. It's absolutely phenomenal how they've done it. And some of the distance they have to, and they're acting like they're talking to each other, but they're not.
So I think it's because I've been listening to you drone on and on about this.
So you were looking for it, yeah.
And I was already like, that eye line isn't quite.
Yeah.
Where Frodo's looking isn't quite.
When you watch if you ever get to a point where I feel like a huge chunk of the behind the scenes stuff, you as a person who used to do things like musical theatre, is going to find more interesting than the actual films, to be honest with you. The first maybe 3 or 4 hours of this special edition stuff is like the lore of Tolkien, the background of Tolkien, where he came from, all that kind of stuff. Maybe you won't find that so interesting. I do.
No, I would. I like.
But
learning about people.
when it moves into the actual on set and the workshops and how they did all the special effects and how they made things, I think it's fucking fascinating. Makes me want to get into films because I just want to, because it just looks like an amazing thing to be part of. I think the special effects are great. I will agree that I think the first hour is quite patchy, but I also know, and I think it gets slightly less patchy over the next hour, and then it kind of settles a little bit. I also know how much they've skipped to get to where they are, because they had to. Because if you think about a book, but not just a book that's the first book of a 3-book series, an author always, in any book, spends so much time setting the scene. describing the world, describing the universe, setting the scene, etc. There are pages and pages where he's describing a fucking tree, Tolkien. It's unbelievable the amount of detail he goes into.
But then, boom, there's a tree. I've seen it.
Yeah, right,
so
okay.
how is it 3.5 hours? Bang, 5 pages, done. There's the tree.
But there's a lot of stuff in terms of the actual core storyline of Frodo takes ring to Mordor. You don't need all of it, and that's why it feels patchy. Because to get to where we are right now, you probably do need a little bit more. So how are they so pally? Why have they all agreed to go together? Actually, the way they set off is completely different in the books.
I do have a comparison of Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings on one thing, and Lord of the Rings wins.
Is that one thing everything?
No. When they're in Gandalf and what's his name again?
Sauron? No, Saruman. The white one?
Yeah.
Saruman the White.
So when they're fighting, it does actually look...
3-year anniversary Shinny new badge.
Shinny
Champagne
new badge.
bottle. Party face. Party popper.
Thank you so much, Yeston, for your 3-year anniversary, you fucking beautiful human being. New thing! New thing! Tank's become a thing! Tank's become a thing! Thank you, Tank! He also gifted 5 memberships. He's 1 super chat away from a hat trick, Luce.
Not on Mondays. I don't do it on Mondays. This is not news. I don't do it on Mondays because it's hobby day.
He's talking heads night now. It's Liam and Luce's film review.
The fight scene between Gandalf and Saruman.
Yes.
Is
shit.
No, I think the fight scenes in Harry Potter where you can kind of, I mean, they are kids, so and there's clearly hoists and harnesses and whatever else. I think the fight scene in Lord of the Rings is more brutal.
It's more gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is more
so
gritty.
I think yeah.
But it is
I think that one wins.
it is also, I feel like it could have been a bit more than just 2 old men going all the time. Because that's basically what it is.
Like all the LOTR movies, but I'm curious about people's favourite. Most of my friends enjoy the first movie the most, and my favourite was always the third.
I don't know. I can't ruin too much here either, because the last film is good, but and I've got the special edition one. I don't know if it makes a difference. I don't remember the difference between the 2 films now. The end of it drags. 2 Towers is, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. I can't answer that one, Johan, to be honest with you. Chat, maybe you can answer him. Also, thank you so much, Tank, for becoming a Thane tier member, you fucking sexual human being. Sam Deacon, thank you for the 1 gifted as well. You're a legend. I think that puts us up to 40. That puts us up to 40, or are we actually up to 39? 11, 12, 17, 18, 28, 29, 30. My maths is bad here. 30, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 38, 39, 40. We are on 40. It's lying to me. YouTube's now also wrong, whilst also not updating my tracker. 40. We're 60 away from target, team!
So, is all 3 films Frodo getting the ring to...
The Lord of the Rings films, the Lord of the Rings books are Ring must go to Mordor and be destroyed. That's the story. If at the end of the first film he destroyed the ring, darling, I don't know what we're watching for the second 2 films.
Oh, okay.
There was I don't know if you heard it, chat. There was an audible sigh in that. What were you expecting?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Why did I ask?
Also, on that note, by the way, I don't know if I told you people, but my wedding ring got too tight. I started pinching my finger quite badly, and I couldn't get it off. So I've had to take it off and get rid of it. Not get rid of it. It's on the shelf behind me. But I've had to not wear it anymore and I can't get it back over my knuckle anymore. Interestingly, you know why? So I bought a new one, right? And I bought a 1 ring from Jens Hansen, which is the actual company that made the rings for the films, right? So the professional jewelers, they make the actual rings. I went for sterling silver over gold for a couple of reasons. It's a difference between a few $100s for the ring and a few thousand, which is why I went for the silver one. I also prefer silver jewelry. I keep getting these horrible rashes on my finger. I've never had it before, and I don't know what's going on. Has anybody ever had rashes on their finger from wearing a ring?
Yeah, I did when
Because I can't seem to solve it. I can't seem to get rid of it.
I think it's the camber of the ring. The moisture's getting trapped.
But I didn't like when I put it back on. I got rid of the rash on my finger, and then when I put it back on, I didn't wash my hands with it on. I didn't fucking shower with it on. None of that nonsense. And I still somehow have got that rash back on half of my finger.
Probably just sweat. Or did you use moisturizer?
No. I want to wear it all the time. It's my wedding ring now, and I have to keep taking it off and let my finger heal, put it back on again. And I'm wondering if I can eventually just train my finger out of it, and it'll go, oh, we're fine now.
Maybe.
I don't know. Liam confirmed werewolf. Hey, what? I'm not sensitive to anything. What did Luce watch? The first hour of the first Lord of the Rings. I'm not allergic to silver. I've got so much silver jewelry, it's unbelievable. Also, if it was an allergic reaction, it would be all the way around. It's not. I'd also get it on this finger as well, which is also sterling silver. Oh no, Liam's got that rash again. Nickel is a common allergen, actually. I don't think it's nickel, though. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I've got a nickel allergy. For a long time, I couldn't wear wristwatches because there'd be nickel in the buckle and on the underside of the face.
Yeah.
And my wrist would it'd be like eczema.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 95 sterling silver, which is the same as all the other jewelry I wear, so I don't think I'm allergic to it. It's literally made from the same stuff. It's the power of the ring. That's what I think, yeah.
You're not worthy then?
That's what I think's going on. Yeah, I don't go invisible though. It makes me sad.
I did have something that I wanted to happen in the film that didn't happen, and it stays in my mind, and I don't understand why it didn't happen. When Frodo and Sam heard the wood elves, why do they look so sad, and why didn't? Because they look ghost-like.
The elves, because they're a magical, immortal race.
Well, why don't they go up and? Why are they hiding from them? I don't understand why they're hiding from them.
Because different races often in the Middle Earth don't approach each other or talk to each other very much.
Why?
Because they don't.
Two Towers is my favorite of the three, but Return of King is close second. Waiting for my wife to be ready to watch season 2 of Rings of Power. Purple dice arrived today. Thank you, Luce.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for the hat trick, Tank. Evan, thank you for the one gifted. I'll do it. She doesn't do it on a Monday. That's a Thainship, gifted members, plural. Is it plural? Plural, and a super chat.
Don't, because you'll send our geography book flying. See?
There you go. You got bouncy dog, right? Kill the dog with the ding. Possibly.
Yeah, she can.
Up here. There. This one.
You have to put it on the floor.
Let me sit. Paw.
That wasn't it.
She did it. She kind of did it. All right. If people give 5, are we getting wishes off Luce? No, she gifts on 20s. She's a bit more premium than Joe, you see. The elves are leaving the world behind, so they're scared of showing a bit of respect by staying out of their way.
Well, that wasn't in the films.
They say the elves are leaving.
Yeah, but...
He says the elves are leaving. I don't know why. That makes me sad. Warhammer, thank you for the one gifted.
Yeah, but Sam just seems like a very sensitive soul anyway, so...
I mean, he is a bit, yeah.
But that wasn't much inference to that they're leaving the world.
They say it out loud with their words.
They didn't. They said they are leaving. Done. What? Leaving the pub? Leaving the party? Leaving to go to work? It's not. You need to, closure.
Oh my fucking god! Honestly,
I feel like that's a book assumed knowledge thing.
Sam Deacon says, because Luce, the hobbits are from like Cornwall and the elves are from London. We don't speak to those folk. Can't see her on the floor. No, exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, Morty Hammer, for the one gifted. Thank you so much, Evan, for the one gifted. We're up to 42, team. We're 8 away from halfway. You can do it. I believe in you. I hate my name isn't grey. My membership ended today, and I have to wait until I get home to re-sign up on the computer and avoid the iPhone tax. Mike, definitely avoid the iPhone tax, for Christ's sake. Definitely avoid the iPhone tax. Luce needs to rewatch the first hour and pay attention this time.
I might have to rewatch it and just write stuff down now.
She's not dinging in and ragging Lord of the Rings. Time for a new one, Liam. I mean, you were definitely in front of the wrong crowd here, to be fair.
I don't mind.
Yeah. Elves are going home. They came to Middle Earth for a holiday. Yeah, long break. Middle Earth's like buttons for him. Innit? Yeah, I'm annoyed at this ring issue. I don't know how to solve it. It can't be an allergy because, like I said, I've got so much jewellery that's made of the same stuff.
Thank you, Crumpets. To be fair, it becomes a bigger thing through the course of the book and films. This is the first time you hear about it. Thank you. That's also patchy.
Watching Fellowship, stopping before Council of Elrond and then going, what's all that about then, is a bit like reading the Old Testament and saying, doesn't explain much about that Jesus guy. Oh my god. Amazing, chap. Amazing. This is very much the first time you're being made aware of the elves vanishing. Yeah, it is, yeah. In the films, it is, yeah.
So why are they leaving the world? Why?
You keep watching the films and you'll find out.
Oh, okay.
They'll tell you more about it.
So am I right then to be kind of clueless about why they're leaving right now?
A little, yes.
Okay, thank you. Vindication, thank you.
Yeah, you'll get there. This is the same as baking a cake and only including a third of the ingredients and then wondering why it hasn't turned out correct. Yeah, that is kind of true. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm a person who experienced the books after the films, and I thought the films were fine, but I also watched the films at like 13, so I probably looked into it in less depth than you're looking into it as. Did you wash it before you put it on? No, just wore it. Neil, thank you for the 5 gifted, you legend. Legend. We're almost at halfway. I'm so glad they fixed gifting, honestly. I'm so glad they fixed gifting. Could be the residue from making it, maybe. I mean, it's going down. It seems to be getting less and less, but I'm just going to keep letting my fucking skin fall off, heal, and then put it back on again and see what happens.
Yeah, it might work.
Just toughen it up. We'll get over it. Or I'll have to buy the gold. Luce will have to buy me the gold one.
No. No. Nope.
Have you been watching extended editions? Yes.
So much missing from the extended.
I think he means the standard.
Oh.
Because the extended doesn't take anything out. It just adds stuff in. So I'm sure he probably means it's the standard. Because Luce, the elves are from London, they can't stand it either. Explaining Lord of the Rings in everyday terms. My girlfriend's being forced to watch extended, but ADHD distracts her from. Yeah, so
just do our chunks.
So actually, we got the. So I've been trying to get Luce to watch the Lord of the Rings films. I'll be honest, chat. I've been trying to get Luce to watch the Lord of the Rings films for fucking ever, because it's like my favourite set of films in the world, and I dread to think the amount of times I've talked about the films, and she's like, I haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about, or the amount of phrases that I say, and she's like, I know it's from Lord of the Rings. I don't know why or where. And there's a few of them that already come out, like Don't Tempt Me Frodo or Mountains Gandalf. There's loads of them that I say, and she's like, I don't have no frame of reference. So I've been trying to get her to watch it for ages and ages and ages. And then Paddy, I was talking to Paddy a little while ago, and for some reason this topic came up. I can't remember why. And he went, the only way he could get his wife to watch it was by watching it in hour chunks.
Genius. And
I was like, really? And he went, yeah, she watched the whole lot in hour chunks. And because it was an hour chunk, it was digestible. She'd watch it, digest it, think about it, watch the next one a bit later, digest it, etc. I was like, so I mentioned it to Luce. I was like, Paddy got his wife to watch it by watching it in hour chunks. She was like, oh, I could do that. I was like, after all this time, that's all it took.
Yeah.
And here we are. Although I will say, watching it in hour chunks for a person who is a Lord of the Rings fan and does really like the films is the film watching equivalent to fucking edging. I'll be honest.
Why?
Because you got to 59 minutes and 58 seconds, so just shy of an hour, and then you went, all right, done, off, and it's like blue balls in a man. That is fucking horrendous. Horrendous. I'm like, we've just got to the inn. Oh yeah, I'm done now. We did an hour, but we've got time. No, done an hour. That's it. We're done. It was the worst. It was the worst experience. Luce needs written exams after each hour, clearly, to make sure she's taking it in. Yeah. She quit watching as they form the fellowship, and it's literally amazing from there onwards. It is amazing from there onwards, yeah. I think Luce will probably get to...
I'll do all of it, but it just...
Are we watching another hour after stream?
No, not tonight. I've got shopping to put away.
More Ted?
We could do a couple of Teds.
Which is an hour.
It's different. Because
Intensity.
I know that you're really, really passionate about Lord of the Rings, so me watching it is possibly giving you some kind of cheap thrills, so I need to pay attention, whereas Ted Lasso is like... meh. But Lord of the Rings...
Ted Lasso is what?
It's good, but it's very...
Wow, you're on form
very,
tonight.
Like, it's nice junk food telly that's... I'm pleasantly surprised by Ted, but I already know going into Lord of the Rings it's going to be a lot.
Tonight is like, take everything Liam likes and kick him in the balls.
No.
Luce just made Liam soak like a good Mormon. Yeah. What's Ted on Sky? No, Apple TV. It's an Apple exclusive. It's an Apple exclusive, Ted Lasso, not Lasso. I keep saying it like you now as well. The reason why, there's an ex-footballer who played for Chelsea and then Southampton who was called Graham Lasso.
Yeah.
He was a left back who played for Chelsea, then played for Southampton, and played for England. Graham Lasso. And because you started saying Ted Lasso, and I used to watch him play at Saints. Graham, I found it too easy to copy what you've said now. I'm like, no, it's Lasso. Say his name properly.
Say it, bitch.
Say it properly. Demand avoidance with partners is real. Preach. Preach, preach, preach. If they just got to the prancing pony, she hasn't had a chance to fall in love with a certain person. Correct. It will come. I believe. I believe. It will come. I did the freebie for B17s and sacked Apple. Oh dear, Carl. Apple TV. All right. Barring your opinion of Apple-based products, because I know a lot of people get ridiculously and stupidly passionate about, Apple sucks. Oh, you bore off. Barring your passion about Apple products, Apple TV creates some of the best TV shows we have sat and watched. Mm-hmm. So Ted Lasso is great. It's really enjoyable. It's funny. There's drama. It gets you a bit emotional at times. It's a fucking incredible series. And I've almost finished it, and I started it a week and a half ago. Masters of the Air, it's not quite Band of Brothers, but it's better than Pacific. Very, very good. Slow Horses, incredible fucking series. MI5 in London, basically fucking rejects from MI5, end up in a specific building and then end up following their story. Incredible series. What was the other one? Mockingbird. Was it Mockingbird? Blackbird, thank you. American serial killer in jail. They're trying to get a confession out of him. Incredible series. And it goes on, doesn't it? There's so much of it that they've put on The Morning Show. I heard about The Morning Show and I was like, this is chick film stuff. This. Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon present the morning news. It's like, it's like Anchorman without the humour, is it? Fucking incredible series. Absolutely brilliant series. Better than Pacific, fuck off. I think it is. I can give you a list of stuff we've watched on Apple TV, Carl, that's worth checking out. Doesn't like Ted Lasso. I don't watch football or dramas ever, but love Ted Lasso. I wouldn't say she doesn't like it. So we've just started it again. Well, I say we just started it again. I started it a week ago on Sunday, just gone, and I'm like halfway through season 3 already. And then Luce and I was like, I watched the first few, and I was like, she sort of feigned interest, and I was like, do you want to watch it? And she's like, nah, I'm not really that bothered. And then what's happened over the course of the last week or so is she keeps looking over and she's like, I actually think I would like to start it. It's basically what happened. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, we'll start it again. I don't mind. It's fucking great. I could watch it all over again. So and it's because she kept tuning in and just watching it over the. I was like, we just sit and watch it together in the living room. It's not a problem. So we started it again. So I wouldn't go as far as saying she doesn't like Ted Lasso. Just we're only 2 full episodes in. Luce hasn't watched any of the other episodes in full. Just tuned into parts of it. So the first Lord of the Rings animated film came out in 1978. Did it really? Pacific is your favourite? Above Band of Brothers? Right, chat. Discard everything Carl said tonight. He cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted. All that abuse you've just given Luce, and you're going to tell me that the Pacific is your favourite over Band of Brothers? Out. Last of the Samurai. What's number 1? I remember that show. My parents used to watch that show. I kind of miss old-fashioned TV.
Yeah, I do.
I kind of miss the what time is such and such show on.
Yes.
So when The Office came out, the proper Office, not the American shit. When The Office came out in the UK, it was Monday night at 8 or 9 o'clock on BBC Two or something.
I never watched it.
And it was one of those things where it's like, I'm looking forward to when this comes out now. So Slow Horses on Apple TV, in fact, most of the Apple TV shows, one thing I will say, it's not the same for every single service out there, but one thing I will say is I like the fact they don't just dump all the episodes at once. So we watch Slow Horses as it comes out. So we watched the most recent one on Saturday, and then the next one will come out on Wednesday. We won't watch it till Saturday, because we watch our shows on Saturday evening. It's the only time we really get to sit and watch. And I like the fact that I then have to wait for the next one, and it finishes. You're like,
There was an interview with one of the guys from Hijacked, which was another Apple show. It wasn't Idris Elba, it was the other guy who wasn't on the plane. And he said that he hates it when people binge stuff, because as actors, they spend months filming, reshooting, and then people binge it in a weekend. So he doesn't like it when the whole series gets put on. If I have the option to, though, I'm a binger. Hence, Ted. Yeah. I started watching Ted last Sunday, and I've got 2.5 seasons through before you then stopped me, so we started again. Yeah.
I'm 100% a binger.
I binge. Yeah,
I can't help it. Because when they leave you on a cliffhanger, and then the next episode's available right away, I'm like, well, I'm going to watch it then, aren't I? So of course that's what I'm going to do.
Do you know what I binge the most? It's the programs that are sort of like looking through the window of someone else's life. It's not particularly groundbreaking. Nothing really that extraordinary happens. But I think it's just because we're all so insular now, and we don't really mix as much anymore, that watching a show, for example, like Gavin and Stacey, nothing really that remarkable happens, but I can just binge it over and over again.
Oh, see, I can't with that. With a show like Gavin and Stacey. It's got to be exceptional for me to binge it over and over again.
No, I just like the wonderful, the kind of the wonderfully ordinary loveliness of it. Nothing particularly extraordinary happens, but I don't know.
I guess that makes it easy background binging.
Yeah.
If nothing extraordinary happens, then you don't really miss details. So
I guess it feels like people are in your kitchen talking around you.
In Welsh.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Fallout came out. One of my co-workers spoiled it 2 days after it released. Yeah, that sucks. That's the other thing as well. Like, when I remember but why can't people help themselves? I remember when I was watching, when Game of Thrones was a thing. I mean, it's still a thing, but when it was coming out, I used to watch every episode almost immediately. However, I also worked a shift pattern, and some of those shift patterns was nights. And when I was on a night shift when Game of Thrones was coming out, I couldn't watch it live. And I hated the fact that I had to literally social media blackout because someone couldn't fucking help themselves. So, okay, off to hell. Luce don't get stabbed by Liam for being a heretic. Liam don't get stabbed trying to stab Luce. Fair. If you like the ordinary loveliness of something, Luce, you should watch Gone Fishing with Mortimer and Whitehouse. It's perfectly quaint.
Your dad keeps recommending a really old show called It's a Wonderful Life.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't think I've said it right. But he was saying to me it's right up my alley. But I probably won't be able to get it on any kind of platform because it's a really old one, apparently. I've got a spot on my eyebrow.
Have you?
That's really painful.
You're gonna Kevin and Perry it?
No.
No?
It really hurts.
Oh. Jonathan Creek, that's not age well. Oh, Jesus. Luce is a heretic, 100%. Chat, with 3 gifted away from 50. If 3 people gift 1, we hit halfway. If every single person in chat gives 5, we'll probably hit target. And that'll be quite the way to round out the month. That's my eyes. I love the first 3 books. Right up to Wedding. After that, the books went too high fantasy. Which ones? Which books, mate? Just probably going to say hi. I have to leave soon for an appointment. Oh, I hope it's nothing serious. The Good Life.
Oh, that's it. The Good Life. That's it. Thank you, Kai. Escape says On the Buses is great. I accidentally watched that on one of my night shifts. Probably, I don't think I was even pregnant with Ben yet. So 8-9 years ago. And I watched it with my colleague and I looked at her going, what on earth is this? And she went, it's On the Buses. Yes, I can read that, but what on earth is it? And she was there knitting away. So I think she's the same as me. It's just background, easy,
I get it.
knitting away on a night shift.
Yes, thank you for the 1 gifted. Will, thank you for the 1 gifted. Richard C, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. You fucking sexy human. Thank you so much, dude. What a legend. That's 49.59 we're at now. We might actually hit the target.
But I think people shows is my shows. So things like Big Bang, How I Met Your Mother, It Crowd. Did you ever watch the It Crowd or the IT Crowd, whichever?
I saw it, but I didn't like it.
I think it's like.
Thank you so much, Richard, you legend. The last thing I binged was my biscuit tin.
The It Crowd for me is a tricky one. It very quickly splits the room. People who get it, people who don't.
I got it. Sorry, I was taking a swig. I thought you were going to keep talking. I got it. I just didn't think it was that funny.
Did you ever watch The League of Gentlemen?
Chris, thank you so much for 5 gifted, you fucking beautiful human. I don't, maybe.
It was
the thing
weird.
is,
it's kind of Mighty Booshi.
I'm going to say, the funny thing is, I'm going to say that I don't really like slapstick comedy, but yeah, I did also used to laugh my twat off at Monty Python.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the things I used to laugh at the most from Monty Python weren't the slapstick, actually. It was the clever humour. But I just don't love slapstick. I don't love... And I feel like IT Crowd often falls into the silly humour more than clever humour. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair. Because I also laughed my ass off at Mighty Boosh, which was definitely silly humour rather than actually clever humour.
James is getting into the realms of finding Big Bang funny now. And he was sniggering away to episode 1. You know when Leonard says, our babies will be smart and beautiful, and Sheldon goes, not to mention imaginary. James was giggling away at that for about 2 hours. He thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. So now there's exciting times of, oh my God, his sense of humour is like mine. We're going to be great friends. This is going to be amazing. And then Ben farted at the table and that had him going for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
Men will always find flatulence funny, Luce. That's unfortunately the truth. Yeah. Handles for forks. Blackadder was incredible.
Yeah.
Blackadder was very clever, especially the Trench series. Was it Goes Forth? Was that the Trench series? What Do We Do in the Shadows is amazing. I've not seen that. League of Gentlemen was fantastic dark humour.
Yeah, it was very... I used to watch it with Dad and just think, Dad, are you okay? What is this you're making me watch? Do you need a hug?
Yeah, there's a real difference between silly humour and absurd humour. Boosh is the latter. Boosh is absurd humour, actually. I think it was because it was so fucking wild. I feel like Noel fucking wrote that on when he was on a trip of some sort. It doesn't make any sense. And you think that's your mind's come up with that?
We are super magic.
That asks more questions than it answers. Monty Python, brilliant. The whole I want to have baby sketch is great. Oh my god. Oh my god. That sketch came up on the other day on my social media feed, and I was like,
Scroll.
some of these people can see the future. That sketch is fucking amazing, Sam, honestly.
The LOTR books are awesome, so maybe this is a bit controversial, but my favorite Tolkien book has always been The Silmarillion.
I haven't actually read The Silmarillion. We were in Waterstones, which is a bookstore here in the UK, on Saturday, and there's a section which is basically all Tolkien, and I almost picked up. If I thought for a moment I'd actually read the Silmarillion, I would have actually read it. I would have picked it up and read it. But there was about 6 or 7 Tolkien books there that I haven't read. Because I'll be straight up, I've read The Hobbit, I've read Lord of the Rings. I've not read any of his other stuff. A loose ring review, fucking hell. Well, of course, yeah. Got to make sure it's in good shape.
Is it the sphincter, the doorbell, or the film?
Or the wedding ring.
Or the wedding ring,
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
Or that other type of ring that all those people from the BBC are in. Fuck them, I don't care. Go away. He's been a very naughty boy.
Not all of them.
Well, there was a thing on the news this morning. For those of you that are not in the UK, I don't know if you're aware or not, but in the UK you have to pay for a TV license.
Yeah.
Have to. If you can receive and watch live television, you're supposed to pay for a TV license, and I fucking hate it. I despise it. I think it's terrible. I don't think any entity like that should just be publicly funded, no matter what they put out. Right. It's also a criminal offence to not pay your TV license. And there was a thing in the news this morning about them stopping it from being a criminal offence to not pay it.
Yeah, you still get...
Oh, you still get fines and potentially worse, but no longer, because they've jailed people not paying their TV license.
I want to stir the pot a bit. I like Brandon Sanderson better as a writer than Tolkien. My eyes glaze over after the 40th paragraph about some pretty meadow. Sanderson is more focused in my opinion.
Banhammer!
Oh, that's interesting.
Banhammer!
I'm glad you said that.
Bonesaw, I liked you. It's amazing what you learn about people.
Is that a reference from Spider-Man?
What?
Bonesaw is ready. When Tobey Maguire does the cage fighting, he didn't sign up for a cage fight, and then his wrestling opponent, his name's Bonesaw. Oh, sure, but I'm the one that gets the cold shoulder about Lord of the Rings.
I don't watch Spider-Man. There's one good superhero. One good superhero.
Batman.
Nope.
Aquaman.
Nope.
Banana Man.
Batman is like probably the second best, to be fair.
Banana Man.
Maybe third best. No, not Banana Man, no. Deadpool, there we go. It took you a while. I love Lord of the Rings, but Tolkien tangents are way too much. And yes, it's Spider-Man reference, Mrs. Dempsey.
Thanks. Boop, boop.
I don't watch Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Deadpool was the best superhero.
See, when I said to James, when he was going on about how Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that, and I said the best Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire. We shall have a Spider-Man-a-thon.
Is he the best?
He's the best. He's the best.
I've seen the first one.
Well, that's the Bonesaw reference.
I don't remember that.
Oh man, how can you not remember it?
It was a very long time ago. I've seen the first one. A very long time ago.
That cage match was maybe the time that Peter Parker probably had the confidence to think, yeah, I can actually beat up bad guys.
Deadpool isn't a superhero. Yes, he is. Deadpool's a superhero. He absolutely is a superhero. He ends up with people on his side like the X-Men. He's a superhero. I thought the best superhero was Captain Underpants. Venom is best Marvel character, but not the film versions at all. It's the wrestling scene. Randy Savage is a legend. Bone Story from Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man, yes. Super Ted was the best. I've not seen that, I don't think. Bumface Man. Deadpool is an anti-hero. No, he's not. No, you can keep saying it all you want, chat. You're wrong.
I agree with Stu. Why is Batman a superhero? What superpower does he have? Money. That's his superpower.
Well, that's why the
money.
other best 2 superheroes is Batman and Iron Man.
And Spider-Man.
No.
Batman's superpower is money. As soon as that runs out, what does he have? Nothing.
So Batman and Iron Man, both their superpowers is money.
Yeah, that's why they're not
That's
on
why
my...
they're the best. That's why they're the best 2 superheroes.
No.
They're the only ones
No.
that are remotely close to achievable to normal humans.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A superhero isn't supposed to be close to a human.
That's why they're the better superheroes. You can keep saying he's an anti-hero you want, but you're all wrong, chat. Deadpool, superhero.
Danger
Best superhero.
Mouse.
Best superhero. Doesn't care who he fucks up on his path. Best superhero. Amazon kills everything they touch. Not true. Not true. Fallout was incredible.
Yeah, I liked Fallout. I didn't play the game, so I had no
Yeah.
reference. You were fanboying your heart out.
I
on
was
the sofa.
worried. I was a little bit worried. So you agreed to watch it. I was like, I don't know if you're going to like it simply because you haven't played the games. But it was a series that made sense if you haven't played the games, and a series that had loads of little hat tips to bits that were in the games. Perfect. Billionaires and playboys, top heroes. Exactly, Smiley. Exactly. Superheroes don't kill people. Yeah, they do. Don't lie to yourself. I've watched The Boys.
I can't watch The Boys.
I haven't seen Fallout, but the hardcore fans I knew were pissed about. The problem you have, Bone Stories already, is that hardcore fans.
Omni-Man, you should watch Invincible.
Thank you for the 2, Kaz. Hardcore fans aren't fans.
What?
Hardcore fans aren't fans.
Of?
Whatever it is that they're a hardcore fan of.
How?
Because they're never fucking happy with anything that ever comes out with that franchise whatsoever.
Okay.
Anything that's a slight deviation from anything that they think it should be or anything they've watched in the past is no longer good. It's bad. So hardcore fans aren't fans. Hardcore fans, a hardcore fan is a whinger. That's what they are.
A super window.
They're a social media whinger. That's what hardcore fans are.
I'm thinking of starting James off on the Batman stuff, because Spider-Man, Ben is Spider-Man through and through, but I reckon we can start on the Batmans now.
Have you finished the Pirates films yet?
No, not yet. We've got World's End next.
So he's a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan. I wouldn't say I was hardcore. There's people that know a lot more about that franchise than I do. A lot more. And I'm a person who sat here going, yeah, I don't mind Lord of the Rings of Power. It was hard to get through the first series, but I watched all of it, and apart from the episode that came out last week. I've missed one episode. There's 2 episodes left this season. I've missed 1 episode so far. It's just like this game. I think they are unreasonable when they complain about no Glorfindel, but I'm absolutely behind them getting pissed about Elrond tonguing his mother-in-law. Best kick-ass is Spawn Doctor Strange. You're a hardcore fan of 40k. I don't think I am. I'm a fan. But I'm like the opposite to a hardcore fan. Because what happens is, Games Workshop just steadily keeps kicking people in the bollocks. And I keep coming back for more. I wouldn't describe myself as a hardcore fan of anything. Massive fan of softcore, though. You dirty bastard. We didn't do Luce news tonight. We're not doing them on Mondays either.
No.
You half-ass Monday nights, don't you?
Because it's a hobby. So I might not be here all the time.
I think we've established it's probably not a hobby. Why would you not be here?
The only reason I was able to be here today is because we didn't have game club, so I could do the food shop during the day. Because otherwise, we don't get home until...
Of course, a cancel game club and we can have you every night. That's what you're saying, right?
No.
The streams are better when you're here. Cancel Game Club. We get you every Monday. How do I cancel Game Club? Do I have to just like shoot the knee cup off the man who organises it?
No.
Done.
No. No, let's not do that.
Are we hardcore fans of Liam? I mean, here we are just watching him talk about Lord of the Rings. Powerful. Powerful. It depends though, Brian. When anyone else does anything or says anything different about me than what you think, do you go on an internet rage and shout at them through Twitter? Am I a hardcore Dark Ages fan but only whinge about them? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Absolutely. Batman's superpower is he has an amazing deductive mind to study and understand the thoughts of plans of criminals. Iron Man's superpower is his scientific mind is off the charts. There you go. They got superpowers. I don't think she's having it, Mike. I'll be honest.
I don't need to have it. I can just be indifferent.
All I know is I listen to Leah more than my Leah. Is Leah your wife, Dave? Because that's not a good thing. Twitter's the thing. I like Twitter. I refuse to call it X. I refuse.
Say, it's not
I
called.
fucking refuse to call it X. That is one of. I understand that companies go through name changes and brand changes, and I remember when I was a child, they were called Opal Fruits, not Starburst, and Starburst. I didn't really care that they changed. I remember that a Snickers was not a Snickers, it was a Marathon. There's lots of things that go through name changes. They're not necessarily that much better or worse than what they were before, and for some reason the companies decided to rebrand and relaunch essentially. Changing Twitter, where you tweeted, to X, it was stupid.
Batman would have carried the ring the whole way by himself. Smiley face. What are Luce's thoughts on ring wraiths?
Ring wraiths, yeah.
Were they in the hour?
Yeah.
Which ones were they?
The black horses. The riders in black.
Oh!
Who wins in a fight? Batman v Iron Man?
Iron Man, I reckon. But yeah, when you go, I'm scrolling through Twitter. I've seen someone's tweet. I'm going to retweet it. Right? That's Twitter speak. Okay. Or I'm scrolling through X. I've seen someone's X. I'm going to re-X it. It doesn't make any sense. If there was ever a thing that showed that Elon Musk was a bit mental, it was renaming Twitter to X. It was stupid.
The ring wraiths, I thought, reminded me very, very much of Dementors from Harry Potter.
Yeah, in principle, they're not too dissimilar.
They're not.
But when you start comparing things to Harry Potter, please remember, Tolkien came first.
No, I know. Way before. But I don't know if anyone else has... Because I don't have Twitter and all that, so I don't know when Harry Potter first came out, did everyone go, "Oh my god, it's just like the ring wraiths"? Or
I mean,
that can't be unique to me. There must be other people that have.
Maybe.
Because the whole thing, how kind of imposing they are, and how like the
in
noise
terms
they
of
make
the
as well.
aesthetic, yeah, maybe. Have you seen what he names his children? No. Let's take a worldwide brand where you have massive brand recognition and change the name to a single letter that can't even be copywritten. Oh, Elon is definitely bonkers. Yeah, he's mental. But I'd suggest that almost anybody with that much money is probably a little bit mental. What do I always say?
Shake twice.
Yeah, 3 times is playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Money corrupts.
Yeah, it does.
Money makes people mental. Harry Potter has more plot holes than Swiss cheese. Why not use the time turner any time outside of the 3rd year? Dobby could still be alive if they did. I don't know what you're referencing.
You've seen all the Harry Potters?
No, I've seen the first 5.5 and I just got fucking bored of it.
The time turners in number 3.
I got bored of it.
Where they really got the budget.
Well, yeah. Well, it took me about 27 fucking attempts to watch the first Harry Potter film because it was so bad. The acting was so horrific. Everyone's like, they're children. I was like, it's still shit. Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone was a better child actor than anyone in fucking the first Harry Potter film.
I think.
And yes, granted, he got loads of money and turned into a crackhead. All right, chat.
I think I liked the Harry Potters because they were kids and it's very wooden acting and they're like, it's a hard watch if you're not happy to look past the childishness of 3 child actors. That's a hard watch. I think I liked watching them grow.
I think it was interesting watching them develop as actors through the films, but it made the first couple really hard to watch.
I can't remember which film is it in where Hermione kisses Harry, but they're not really kissing. It's Ron. It's Ron. Not imagining it because we all see it, but I couldn't. The amount of people that were like, I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It's gross. It's gross. And I thought, well, you know, they'd make a good-looking couple, so aesthetically that could be nice to see. And then when I saw it, and I went, oh my god, it's like
why is it gross?
Incest. Ugh! Because there's. Have you ever had?
Are they still young at that point?
Have you ever had a close female friend?
No.
And anyone has ever suggested, God, I thought you two were going out, and you're not like repulsed by the idea?
No.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever had a close female friend. You're one in a million, Luce. I typically repulse females. I think when I say this out loud, most of the chat will be like, yeah, I probably see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. 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 I have the manners and humour of an absolute gutter snipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. I don't feel like having a close female friend is anything that was ever going to be at risk for me, quite honestly. He doesn't have any money. He has assets and no tax. Very clever. I mean, I didn't say he wasn't clever, just mental. Friends with females? What is this devilry? Exactly, yes. Yeah, no, exactly. Why would you want to do that?
I've had a few.
36 members away, chat.
I've had a few very close male friends. Not surprising. I was the only granddaughter for 7 years. Most of my friends were boys. I've got one brother, so getting on with boys is very, very natural. Getting on with girls was a bit trickier. So I've always had very close male friends, but nobody's ever mistaken us as a couple. So I think there's like an atmosphere that you can't misconstrue it as something. But if anybody did ever say, oh, I thought you were a couple, I'd probably gag. Blech. No, I can't. That's blech. Go over there now. Go and sit somewhere else.
Just realised I'm on delay. Catch up, Sam. Hermione needed to put out more. She was too stuck up. Careful, Kai. They'll employ you for the BBC. I'm batting above my weight with my missus, says Dave. Aw, bless you. Mike, you're grey. You not got a Google product? No, he hasn't, Sam. He's got to wait till he gets home. In the same way with women, I'm very direct in communication. That turns off most women. I mean, I don't think that's a problem
Really?
I have, is it?
I've found that direct communication is makes men happy.
It makes men happy, yeah.
The whole, no, I'm annoyed at you.
But it can put women off.
But I'm a woman.
But direct can put women off.
Yeah, but if I give direct, then I get direct, and I'm still friends
Yeah, but
with
most
them.
women don't do that, Luce. You are not a normal woman. I'm sorry. And it's not about that thing you've got going on down there. You're just not a normal woman.
That's right, I've got a cream for that now.
Yeah. Most don't do direct. Because when we're like, you alright? You go, yeah, I'm fine. We're like, oh, she's fine. Cool.
Oh, I see.
And what 95% of women are like, I'm not fine.
And then you've annoyed them because why aren't you chasing them down
yeah.
the street going, tell me, tell me, tell me.
Said your phone. Go back to my game, shall I?
Yeah. Oh, I see it now.
I tell women off by being around them. I'm sure you're not that bad, Lord of Cinder. I'd hug you. Saints are getting absolutely fucking bummed tonight.
Oh, yeah, they're against
Bournemouth. It's not even half time and they're losing 3-0. I think, football talk for a brief second, I think the Saints manager is going to get himself sacked.
Is this his first time?
In the Premiership, yes. But he went away to Bournemouth and we haven't won yet this season. And he put 5 strikers or 5 forwards on the bench and none on the pitch. That's a bad move. I think he's going to get himself sacked. Did you see the new model they showed off for Warhammer Day? No, I don't think so. I shaved my beard off and wife screamed, should grow it back, cover it back up. Beards make men more handsome and powerful, Dave. That's a fact. And when you shave your beard off, you lose all your power.
Is that your superpower?
That's a fact.
Beard man.
Are you keeping up your rugby following, Luce?
Well, Leon was very gentle when he gloated that Sharks lost.
I didn't gloat. I just told you that Sale Sharks lost to Saracens on Saturday.
Right, I shouldn't have said told. I should have said that you announced it. It was far louder than it needed to be. It's almost like you wanted other people to know I was supporting Sale and that they just lost.
There's only us two in the house.
No, when you said to your dad, and then you followed it with, oh yeah, Luce is supporting Sale Sharks. And then your dad went, why?
Well, I couldn't have announced to Dad that Sale lost because I went to Dad on Saturday before they'd played.
No, you told him on Saturday when we dropped the boys off.
That you're supporting Sale?
Yeah.
But I couldn't have said that they lost because they hadn't played yet.
Oh.
Thank you.
They're all merging into one. All of these conversations are just merging into
we dropped the kids off at midday and Sale didn't play till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
He still said, why?
Yeah, because Sale is shit.
With genuine confusion. They can't be a bad team, really.
They're third from bottom.
They're fine, they're fine. They're just warming up.
Chat, we are 36, that's maths, members away. Just 36 members away. Not going to do something?
We got 36 members to go.
Jesus Christ. Just held my gaze. It's like any minute. Any minute she's going to go. Any minute.
We got 36 members to go.
Beards are just make up for men. You're fucking right. They hide my horrific chin. Or my lack of, I should say. As a gamer, are you looking at the new Lord of the Rings set that is on the way? I am going to be getting the new Middle-earth strategy battle set. Yes. Joe will be painting it. We'll be bringing it to the channel. Pridders, you can thank him. He paid for it. My membership was started on an iPhone. Let it run out last night, which is the right choice, by the way. I'll be green again in about 3 hours when I get home and get on my PC. Unless someone gifts you beforehand. Oh, no. But you have to go home on your PC and update it, upgrade it. Oh, Saints are getting fucking spanked here. Yeah, so Sale got beat by Saracens on Saturday, but we didn't watch the game. It's still on. We can watch it. It's on TNT
Yeah,
Sport.
I'd like to watch it so you can say this got a whistle for this reason.
We can sit down and watch it at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
And a rugby match is about the same time as a football match.
Less. Rugby's 80 minutes, football's 90.
Do they have extra time?
Yeah, but not as much as football nowadays. Rugby is 2 40-minute halves.
And they have a half time.
They have a half time, yeah.
That's 15.
And when the clock that you're watching in the top corner in rugby goes to 80, the game's finished, and the next time the ball goes out of play, the ref will finish the game.
Oh, that's nice.
Whereas football, when the ref stops the clock on TV, they don't stop the clock normally. So when it gets to 90 minutes, it'll then go +7, and you get 7 minutes of stoppage time to go.
Right.
Yeah. There's something a bit catchy about the Lord of the Rings one, unfortunately. I don't think there is. Not the new ones. Have you seen the new ones, Bonesaw? Did you ever work out where the Displate came from? No. It's there.
What a good idea that is.
What, Displate?
Yeah.
If I... Hang on. If I...
The magneting of it.
hide that, I don't know if it'll go into focus. Doesn't seem to be focusing. Let's go further back. You can sort of see it. Someone out there bought me the Space Marine 2 limited edition display. I've never had a display before. It's the first time. Someone out there bought it to me and got it sent to the PO box. I don't know who it was. Look how cool that is.
We see.
And the system is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, actually amazing.
I'm interested when it peels off the wall, will it damage the wall?
Almost definitely.
Oh, okay.
It says protective coating. I never believe it. I think it'll be another fucking.
So we're comfortable with that. You're gonna have to
paint the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to anyway. They've seen the state of these walls, even from the last tenants. I wouldn't, even if we were to leave the house and we hadn't touched the walls, considering the state the last tenants left them in, I would probably paint them anyway.
I'm so glad I did a video walkthrough of the house when we moved in. Just in case anything gets brought up, I can say, no, that was there when we moved in.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see it on the camera, but this wall is like a fucking patchwork quilt in places. I couldn't leave it like that. At some point, I'm currently cleaning down the big lounge wall, the living room wall, and then I'll paint it. And I want to slowly start going around and just touching things up. All the paint's in the shed.
Yeah.
We're not going to spend any money, just time.
It is time.
Yeah. I'm so jealous Liam has a wife who can watch sports with. I tried watching the UFC card with a date this weekend, and she started crying when a guy got kneed in the face.
Ooh.
I mean, we don't watch particularly violent sports, to be fair. Like, and we haven't really watched sports together before. We've never watched football together, really. Watched a little bit of rugby together. Luce has just decided recently she wants to get into rugby.
Yeah. I think football just annoys me too much.
Watching this rather than the Saints game, I don't blame you. It's an embarrassment, quite frankly.
If Luce could have a Displate of her own, what would she have of it? So what... A Displate, what's...
That's the company name.
Right, okay.
So Displate is the company. You go displate.com, right? And they basically make metal posters, medium, large. That's medium, large, extra large. That's medium. And you buy any of them. They're just metal posters. You can buy them with frames and all sorts of stuff. Principle's exactly the same though. They magnet on the wall. And what Displate have said is you can put these around your house, and then when you want to change, take one off, put one up. Swap them around. You can literally move them room to room. You can have a bunch in a cupboard and you can just swap them around. So you could have potentially, I don't know if they do this, but theoretically you could have a bunch of Christmas themed ones. You hit December and put your Christmas themed Displates up. And it's just magnet off, magnet on. I think the idea is genius, by the way.
This sounds really twee, I suppose. But my favourite artwork, whenever I'm in an art gallery, because we're studying art and I take the boys in, which I found out they don't actually like art. They like the peace and quiet of an art gallery. I was like, God, babe, they're really arty. No. They figured out it's a quiet room with not many people in it. That's why they like the art gallery. But whenever I see artwork that is of something like a little lonely cottage or a very calm riverbank or something really like sickeningly twee. If it was made of sugar, it'd give you diabetes. That kind of art. I really love it. So I'd probably have a display of some kind of cottage or something that is just, it's so...
Just quaint little countryside.
You could walk past it 1,000 times and not know it's there.
Yeah, it's...
That's what I'd have.
It's the sort of Christmas cards you used to pick and all sorts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cottage with some snow on it. Like,
a piece of artwork that if your life is really chaotic right now, you can look at that and genuinely feel calm.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a fan of the product. I'd like more. I made the fatal mistake because I got a little voucher with it.
Oh no.
That came through and said 30% off. And I was like, so I went to the website and found a bunch that I really want. And then I realised it was 30% off, valid for the next 30 days. So I probably won't use that because money. Just looked, there's some Hot Fuzz Shaun of the Dead ones on there. There is loads, yeah. Yeah.
So I wouldn't have that, no. But I'd have my little lonely cottage.
We can't get more Displates, so... Well, we can, but not for a while. The one thing I'm trying to get into at the moment, or the one thing I'm thinking about getting into at the moment is buying myself a fancy coffee machine. I'd like to do that, but again, it's cost, isn't it? I'd like to turn into my own little barista.
Ever thought about watching American Hand Egg?
Yeah, American football.
Oh, I thought there was actually a hand egg match then.
I've watched it a bit in the past. I know what it is. I know how it plays. I know the rules, or a lot of the rules. I've watched a bit of American football. We watched the Super Bowl one year. Do you remember?
I honestly thought there was a sport, hand egg.
No, darling.
Of like who throws the egg and does it break?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Don't look, Luce. That's how they hook you in. Anyway, chat, we have got 10 minutes and we're still 36 gifteds away with 131 people watching. Thank you so much for hitting 100 likes. You people are incredible. Love you. The display of Winter Mountains are beautiful too. Reminds me of home. Ooh, that sounds interesting. But we are 36 off. It's the last stream of the month. Can we oh fuck me, I can't speak. Can we end the oh.
Do you want a minute, babe?
Good job this isn't live, isn't it?
You'll never get onto ITV with this attitude.
No. No, I mean that's the one I'd go for as well. What was I going to say? Can we end the month by hitting target on a high? There we go. People always say that's not football. They don't use their feet and it's not a ball. Therefore, hand egg. I mean, it is a ball. I love American football. Played it, coached it too. Was head coach. Prefer to play rugby, but coaching arm foot is awesome at a strategic level. I've never played American football, nor have I ever coached it or anything. I've only watched a bit of it on TV. I quite like it. I don't mind it. One Glambring. Thank you for the 1 gifted. Bonesaw is ready. Thank you for the 5 gifted. We just need 1 person now to gift 30. That's a thing you can do, right? Lord of Cinder, he almost did it. Luce. Lord of Cinder, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships.
I just need a bit of background.
Oh, here we fucking go. What background do you want from him this time?
Height, age, blood type.
Social security number,
Social
card
security.
details. Fucking hell. Mother's maiden name, name of your first pet.
Yeah, primary school.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
And the 3 digits on the back of your card, please. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you can give Lord of Cinder, if you can hand those details over to Luce, she'll then give you a wish. Worth it, right?
I wish I don't rob you blind with those card details.
And that's a strong wish straight away. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want than that? Hand over all of your details. The best stay-and-date programming are the seasons of Great British Bake Off before the alopecia dude became a host.
I'm currently getting into the sewing
Alopecia
bee.
dude? You mean Matt Lucas?
Yeah.
I like Matt Lucas. Lol Dingleberry, love folks' YouTube names. Did someone get... I'm waiting to laugh to see if someone gets Mike the Rhino before he gets home and updates his
You
membership.
want my license too? Go on then.
Yeah.
I'll keep it safe.
She likes... So, Luce hopes are a little bit less random than Joe hopes, right? Because she likes a bit of background, like your favourite job you've ever had or things you like or what's your favourite biscuit stroke cookie, something like that, right? Whereas Joe's like, pluck something random out the air, I hope you like it.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between a Luce Hope and a Joe Hope. So she's asking you for these details, but it's for good reasons, right? It's for good reasons. Can I have your social security number, Lord of Cinder? For reference, people never give that information out, right? I never forget on Facebook the amount of people that I saw that would respond to things like, your fucking porn name is your mother's maiden name followed by your date of birth,
yeah.
and it's like, and people were answering it. I'm like, how are you that stupid? Thank you so much because of dragons. And I will never forget the episode when the dragons came. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, you legend. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 1 gifted as well. That is 96 of the finest. 1 lot of 5 and we're done. I'll even let you off missing Super Chat God because you've done amazing. I shall do my bit. Thank you, man. You're a hero.
Is that what that was when they'd say your porn name is this or your
Yeah, they're
wrestling
fishing
name
for
is...
your
Really?
password. So whenever you set a password and it asks you set your security games, what do they ask you? What's your fucking first pet's name?
Yeah.
What was your mother's maiden name? What was the name of the first school that you went to? And then you get this thing going, your name is the month you were born and your mother's maiden name, and they just be fucking trawling people's data, saving the answers that people. It's not. It's
Oh
not.
my God.
And they're like, oh, you've just given me all of the answers to your security questions. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Oh my God, that's insane. Because I always see people answering. I've never typed it in, but when you see people oh, my name is, and it'll be like the cat and then the street,
Yeah.
and I'll think, oh, that's a cool name. That's a funny name. But actually, yeah, it's giving away all their
Brandon
answers.
Lagasse, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
You
Yeah.
always say his last name like this.
Lagasse. I always do the little. I can't help it. It's such a beautiful name.
It is very
I
nice.
love it. I love it. Might take me a while to tell my life story. I was born on a Tuesday, almost a Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're starting right from the beginning here.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon, for the
That's fine.
5 gifted. You fucking sexual human. Now we just need 38 quids for super chats, right? And we're good. We're done. We finish.
That should be the opening to a book. I was born on a Tuesday, almost a Wednesday.
It's a Craig David song, isn't it?
Is it?
99% of hacking is just getting information from dumb people. 100%. Can you work with He Was Born on a Tuesday yet, or you need more info? I feel like we might be waiting. It's with 4 minutes to 4 minutes to end of show, Luce.
He's only got 4 minutes to go.
Oh, the kids are in the fucking family group chat again.
Yeah, I've had to silence my phone.
Yeah, and what was going on?
I had Ben texting me the other day going, Mum, Mum, Mum.
Yeah, doing literally the Stewie routine,
Mummy,
but over text.
Mummy. Silence my phone.
Okay, so he then said, can't remember most of the stuff in between, and now I'm here.
Right, okay, well.
There you go, there's your information.
I like the trust there. You trusted me to nail this, so. I hope for you, Lord of Cinder, that if you wake up in the night time, you don't wake up just as a spider is dangling above your face. That's what I hope.
As long as the reason why it's not dangling above your face, because it's already gone in your mouth.
Nope, just that it's not there at all. And it's not dangling above your face.
Right, you fucking beautiful, sexy human beings. You lot are amazing. We're now rounding out the second stream of the day. First one was over on Vag, !Vag. That was this morning with me and Joe, actually, for a change. And then this one's been fun as well. We've got more Luce's Ring reviews in the future, I hope.
I will get through them all. All the sphincters, but just in 1 hour chunks.
Yeah. Yeah, so there'll be more of those in the future. Tomorrow we've got Liam and Joe show coming back at 1:30. And then we've got AOS on Tuesday evening. I was planning on doing Spearheads with the three of us. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm not sure. But we'll be doing AOS tomorrow night. Wednesday, we're back with the Warhammer show at 7:30. Thursday, more Liam and Joe. And then more Warhamster 40k, me and Joe. And then on Freitag, it is Warhammer After Dark. Yet again, 40k After Dark. 8:30. I need to order some mead for that, actually. I've ran out now. Need to order some mead. Lucy's going to see why Sam is a baller. Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. That's that one, right? Come and hang out with us for all the streams this week. Don't forget as well, tomorrow's when we go desperate again, because it's the first day of the month. So YouTube resets the revenue numbers to 0 from tomorrow, and I go, ah! Like that. Mm-hmm. And I do that for about 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, I think we're going to be okay. It's an interesting life. What the fuck is this? Breathing? No. What are you on about? What? My birth was traumatizing. Face scraped over my mother's vagina. I don't know why I read that out. I mean, that's true for most people, though, isn't it, Escapade? Just the majority of us can't remember it, I feel like. Right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. You people are incredible. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for helping us hit members target for the last stream of the month. You're amazing. We love you. We can't do it without you. Best chat. Thank you for Luce to come in and doing your honest ring review.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to work out when we're going to watch the second hour. Or is Monday just going to be Lord of the Rings Mondays from now on?
No, because we watched the first one on Saturday, so.
Yeah, so we would be talking about them on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mhm.
Cool. I think that's everything. Is that everything?
Yep.
I need to work out how I can solve my ring problem. If anyone has got any way in which I can solve my ring problem, for reference, the finger before you fucking. I know what you lot are like, right? If anyone knows how I can solve this issue on my
last chat.
Last chat. Is it the last chat though? Is anyone gonna let Dave take that record? Thank you, Dave. If anyone's got any hints or tips for this, leave comments in the video description afterwards. In fact, if you want to leave a comment anyway, it helps. It really fucking helps, right? As does liking, as does sharing. I need to do a share command at some point as well. So thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope we see you tomorrow on the Liam and Joe show. If not, we'll see you. My screen just flickered then. Did you see that?
No.
We'll see you in the next one.